So we just heard of the various ways in which we can be subverted, but now we're literally, Frank, you already mentioned the Epic City in Texas and others. The thing that keeps striking me about Epic City in Texas is it's Texas. This isn't, a backwater. This Texas to me represents the most American of America. So they're not messing around. They're not doing fringy things like as they had been in Minnesota and various other places. Doing such a thing in Texas is, in a sense, it's a massive act of war. It's going after the flag in a most major way. So Frank has put together a group. They're trying to figure out how to address it. I've been honored to be part of that. But you realize this, it's not just elsewhere. It's not London, and it's not theoretical here. It's here. It's now. Can you tell us what's happening with Epic and the others? I know you talked about it already a little bit, but can you address
I'm
that?
sure these guys have got
Yeah, yeah.
insights into it too, but just from my own experience, um, which has been, informed by a lot of good friends and colleagues on the ground, some of whom have been actually training. A friend of ours, John Gondolo, have been training Texans to recognize this threat and to organize to protect their communities from it. So there's now a growing presence and aggressiveness on the part of the Sharia supremacists. Yes, but there's also a growing resistance on the part of a lot of Texans. And I think that what stands out to me from this is that um, there is beginning to be evidence that politicians are now sensing that this is not suicidal for them to oppose what the jihadis are trying to do, whether it is build out these communities, these no-go zones, if you will, whether it is to demand that the state legislature adopt all kinds of measures that recognize Ramadan or recognize Pakistan Day or compel the schools in the state to offer, not compel them to serve to everybody, but compel them to offer halal food as part of the menu of the public schools and private schools. And as a result, I think there is beginning to be not only a bottom up pushback, but also the beginnings of political leaders um, expressing concern at the minimum, if not actually trying to stop altogether what's going on, including even the governor of the state. No, I don't personally trust him as far as I can throw him, but on the other hand, he has been talking about opposing Sharia in his state. Um, and I think I'll probably leave it at that, other than to just simply say that for reasons that Karen has kind of alluded to, I think as go Texas goes the rest of the country. And it's imperative that those in the state of Texas, whether they're in elected office or whether they're the grassroots, be helped in any way we can, both to understand and to accurately describe and to adopt techniques for resisting what is afoot, in the hopes that it will not only save Texas, but it will serve as a template for the rest of the country.
Yeah.